Well, an 11-year-old boy in New Baltimore got more than he bargained for when he tried to rescue a girl's ring, but got his leg stuck in the bleachers at the Anchor Bay Aquatic Center.
And the jaws of life couldn't even free him at first. Fox News' Tanisha Cordell is live in New Baltimore with more on how firefighters are able to save the day.
Yeah, definitely a strange call, very unusual for New Baltimore here, guys. But the fire chief telling me that little boy, 11 years old, was trying to reach a ring that a little girl dropped in the bleachers with his leg, and that's when he got stuck. I mentioned that call being very unusual for this team. They got their entire fire department out to respond to the aquatic center where this happened. Mind you, that's 4 firefighters, very limited because of city budgeting here, but each of them really trying to think of everything they could to get this kid free. But you mentioned the jaws of life. They tried wedging a plywood against, the bleachers and the frame there where his knee was kind of snugged in. Nothing would work. Too much pressure on that kid's leg. As you can imagine, very painful, all that weight on this kid's leg. So they ended up cutting an entire section of the bleachers to wiggle him free. His leg got loose, and this was, again, a by any means necessary approach. The chief tells me he's proud of his team for executing, but also, guys, proud of the aquatic center for calling 911 when they did.
Just a kid with a big heart. He wanted to get that ring back to her. The staff tried doing it for about 15 minutes and realized they weren't getting them out. Everything that they did or tried started hurting them more, and they didn't know what to do, so they called us, and we got there, and we had to cut it and dismantle it to get them out.
Well, good news here is that 11-year-old is okay. I'm told he walked away immediately with no injuries, and we'll hear a little more about him coming up on The Edge. We talked to one of the female firefighters who responded to that scene, calling this little boy brave for just bearing that entire rescue. For now, reporting in New Blacksburg, I'm Tanisha Cordell, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, you think a little bit about an adult in that situation, having your leg or your arm stuck like that, trying not to panic, trying to stay calm. You've got to give credit, yes, to the firefighters, but to this little boy who was just trying to do the nice thing and get that ring out.
Yeah, it's the cutest thing when you think about the efforts. This 11-year-old, I mean, this little girl losing her ring and ultimately upset about it. And he goes to the rescue and puts himself really at danger. And so it's become a comedic relief at the end of this, but definitely no laughing matter as they tried to rescue this 11-year-old.
Now, when that little boy's ready to talk, we'd love to hear from him about his harrowing adventure there in New Baltimore. Tanisha Cordell for us live in New Baltimore. Thank you.